Is this thing on? Right. Yo, so I know I said I was going to do this yesterday, but I had some software issues when I was recording the video and rendering it and that stuff, so it got really late. So I'm back now to finish what I was talking about yesterday. And as you can see from the title, from the thumbnail, we're on about Lars's new move. It's it looks to be Silent Entry 4. Let's just go into it and we'll watch it together. So it's part of the mosaic. So wow, let me turn that down. So it's part of this mosaic scene, right? So if you see right at the top here, he goes Silent Entry 4. Okay, let me go back again. So now it looks to be high tracking. The way it moves, it looks like it tracks. It tail spins on hit and power crush, right? And this is a monumental buff for Lars, because if you think about Lars, what's the first thing you think when you're defending against him? Step, 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 step. All of his moves are super linear, right? The only move really he's got that tracks to his weak side other than homing is down forward 2, and the extension from that is just trash because you just duck it, right? So you step, 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 step. When he goes into a stance, step, 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 and like the only thing you need to think about is when he's in stance, his weak side just switches, right? So anyone who knows how to deal with his stance, either down forward 2s on reaction or steps, whiff punishes, anything that you do. It's super difficult to deal with. With this new move, it covers all of his option selects, right? Anyone who tries to counter hit you out of stance, bam, crushes, launches. Anyone who sidesteps you, bam, tracks, launches. Like, it's turning Lars into a genuine mix-up character. Like, he's already a mix-up momentum-based character, but with this new move, sorry, I'm excited, man. With this new move, he eliminates all option selects. Like, you can't sidestep versus it because you'll get launched. You can't try and counter hit because it'll just power crush through it. Like I don't see how anybody is still going to be able to option select this. Like, let's watch it again. All right, here it comes after Negan. Like, it's got good range, bam, and you go straight into a combo. So like, oh man, it's crazy because the type of thing you can do is you could literally do something like that, go into power crush and even do the down 3-1 reset because it's so close to you. It's like a down 2-1 launch. But like, what I'm quickly going to explain is, I said about the stance being weak right now, and it is weak, right? So we're going to have a look at Tekken now, and I'm player 1 Lars, we've got player 2 Lars to go through his 3 options, right? So you've got Silent Entry 1, which is the mid, Silent Entry 2, which is the low, and Silent Entry 3, which is the launching kick. Now we're going to explore all of them and see how players would defend against this. Obviously I've just said, but you can kind of get the gist of it. So let's go through this. Play this now. That's not what I was expecting. That's the fastest option. Silent Entry 1 comes out at 12 frames after stance. Obviously this is a hard read because you can cancel forward back 2-1, I mean forward 2-1, and then block and then wait for the launch punish. But I'm only doing lightning screw because it's a premium option for Lars against his stance. It's unsafe, but like a law counter hit down forward 2 would hit you just the same. And if you try and cancel this, law's down forward 2, what, you're going to get a jab punish? Is it even punishable? I don't think so. But anyways, so that's the fastest option. Now let's go into Silent Entry 2, which is the low option. Obviously Lars is lightning screw, low crushes, so I'll do something else here. That was a mispress. Okay. Go to the next option. Play again. I mean, you can counter hit all of them. As soon as you see the stance, bam, counter hit. And this is the same for all of his transitions. Anything that goes into Silent Entry is the same thing. But there's an even better option. If you don't want to play around with the fact that he might cancel it, he might not do a move, he might try and whiff punish you out of it, because Lars's can be tricky. There is another option. And that is simply step. Step again. It's very easy. Not Say that. Very easy. Punish. Right? That's silent entry 1. Wow, that's too far. Alright, the range on this is bad, but you get what I mean, right? You get a combo off that. That's actually really funny. You know, and that's just like a dead combo. That's not all guaranteed, but you get the idea. Step it, right? Okay, what's the next option? Silent entry 3. This one's actually minus 14 on block, so I could punish it like this, but obviously you don't want to take the risk. I stepped too early there. I'm being a moron here. I'm being a moron here. You can step this. So this is like a premium option. Oh, that was a really bad combo. So I mean, like, obviously I'm not optimizing these combos here because they're kind of trash, but so you take to get out of this mix-up, take one step to the left. It does everything. You don't even need to walk it. Like, look how easy you can step this if you time it right. It's so easy. That was just one step. I wonder if you can get front here. Oh no, I stepped way too early. But you can start walking from here actually. Go all the way around. Wow. You know, it can be kind of buggy, but Tekken. But you know what I mean? There's a premium option, sidestep, option select, all 3 of his options. But now he gets his silent entry 4, which will cover that. Covers both the interrupt, the counter hits, launch, and the sidestep. Because you can sidewalk in either directions. I'm guessing it'll hit you rather. So let's have another look at this video. I do believe it might be a case. So I'm speculating here still, obviously. So it might be a case of so I'm just waiting for this to get to the right place. It might be a case of you get certain moves where they swing over, like Lars's foot does here. They swing over, but you can step to the direction it's coming from and go under it. And I'm not sure if that's going to be a case because you have loads of moves that do stuff like that. Bob has a lot of them. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but there's a few that you kind of step in the direction of the move, which is kind of counterintuitive to what Tekken usually is. Usually you step away from the move you're trying to avoid. But this might be that case, so there might be a hole there. Obviously you could duck it, you could attack low. I'm not sure what the frames are going to be because usually the way mix-ups work, either you get a low and a mid, and the mid's safe and the low's punishable, or you get, and this is what Lars has now. Well, actually no, they're both punishable. Yeah, so this is what Lars has now. Or you get a high and a mid, and the high's safe and the mid's punishable. So now he already has a mid. He has silent entry 1, and that's minus 10. He has silent entry 2, and that's minus 12, minus 14, something like that. No, minus 12 I think it is. So you know, while standing 4 punishable. Then he's got silent entry 3, which is minus 14, so fully launch punishable by Lars, Geese, Brian, those kind of characters. Law can launch punish it, so not the best idea. But then he's got this silent entry 4 that's coming, so it's high, it's a power crush, and it's a launcher, and it tracks. It looks crazy, right? So it's got to have a hole somewhere. So now I'm guessing, I'm not sure, because in my head I feel like this will be too strong if it's not punishable. It'll just be too strong. But then I'm thinking like all 3 of his options out of his stance right now are all punishable. So is he going to get a safe option now, or is one of the other options going to get a change? The only one that I could think would get a change would be silent entry 1, because like a low out of stance that's not punishable is stupid, and a launcher that's not punishable is also stupid. Although, well, that kind of launcher out of stance, a mix-up launcher. So the only one I can think of is silent entry 1. But then I also think about, let me go back to my camera now. I also think about Hwarong. Hwarong has backlash, and that's a high power crushing tracking launcher out of stance. Sounds similar, right? It's the same thing as Lars. That's not punishable. Well, is it minus 10? I don't know. It's got like mad pushback. But is this move going to have pushback now? We don't know. Like, there will be weaknesses, but how strong will this move be? I have it in my head. I'm an optimist. I'm obviously a Lars player. I think this move is going to be incredible. I feel like it's going to buff Lars to the point where he will be viable again, just because it takes away all the option selects. Like at high level, when you play against someone who knows how to play Lars, as soon as you stance, go into silent entry, which is very different to dynamic entry. Now, dynamic entry, you can cancel and block on the spot. You can go into dynamic entry off of any of your transitions, press down, press back, you're blocking, you're safe, you're fine. They can't get you, right? If your execution's good. Silent entry, you can't cancel it and you can't block from it. So once you get into silent entry, you either have to hope the opponent has slow enough reactions to not hit you if you don't press a button, or you have to commit to something. So once you go into silent entry, you have to commit to either a low or a mid, or now in this case, it looks like a high. And if you commit to that, you're putting yourself in a position to be punished. Obviously, all other three options are punishable, and this new one's not. So it looks like it's not. So any high level player you play against, as soon as they realize, right, he's going into silent entry, he has to commit to a move. But there's also this position where I can counter hit him now because I can interrupt everything. As soon as they see silent entry, they know you can't block, so they're just going to throw out a punishable launcher that's quick. You know, usually like an electrical hit, because silent entry is meant to be low crushing or high crushing, but it's really like it doesn't work very well for high crushes. But now this move's going to stop all that, because there won't be an option select. So now when you go into stance, like if you get, so for instance, you 12 frame punish, right? That usually forces a mix up now anyway, but if they guess right, you get punished no matter what. But if you get a 12 frame punish now, you can either do forward 2-4, knocks down 32 damage, it's fine, can wall splat, that's fine. Or you can do forward 2-1 and go into silent entry, which is good. But the thing is after forward 2-1, I don't think you're any more than like +6 or +7, something like that. I can't see you being any more. It takes 14 frames to go into stance. It takes another, what's the fastest one? 12 frames to get a move out of stance. That is so much time for them to counter hit you. So even forward 2-1 on hit, it's still not really a true mix-up. They've got definitely enough time to step. I think they've got enough time to counter hit you, but I'm not 100% sure on that, because a lot of people turtle after they get hit. So, you know, I'd need to go and test that. It's something I should know, being a Tekken god Lars. Whatever. So this new silent entry 4 will take care of all those options. So now it becomes a true mix-up. And I am praying that it's safe. I am praying that it's safe. Lars needs something, because like he's got no real way to open up someone now. Whereas if you can be in someone's face, constantly going into stance, like kind of trying to force them to duck, and that's when your mix-ups come in. Because then if you can force them to duck with this power crush, when they're going to have to try and punish it, because they can't let you keep abusing that kind of move, because then it'll just be OP. So as soon as you try and force them to duck, that's when silent entry 1 wall bounce and silent entry 3 launch come into play. Because silent entry 2 at the moment, it's not much damage, it's a counter hit launcher. Like anybody, if you're not like high level and you haven't got the reactions to step, or even if you don't know that you can step, you're never going to press a button. You're never going to duck, because the two best options are mids, and the low is not very much damage, and it launches on counter hit. So you're just going to stand there, take the chip damage, and then do what you want afterwards, reset. So I feel like this changes everything. Have I gone over everything? Lars can build momentum, yeah. Silent entry is now a lot safer, yeah, because of power crush. No more automatic down forward 2. Sweet. Oh yeah, the only other thing I was going to say is I'm not sure how they're going to balance this, because if it does prove to be good, I can imagine them being changes, because will silent entry 1 is -10 now. I could see it, if Bandai really want to fuck Lars, I could see it going to -12, which is stupid, because it doesn't launch. You know, it's wall bounces, that's kind of cool, but it's whatever. But if you've got a high and it's safe, I can see them change in the mid to be knockdown punishable. It won't be knocked down by all characters, but by a lot of characters, 12 frame is launch. I mean, it is knockdown, not launch. So I could see that happening. But I'm praying, I'm literally praying, it's basically a backlash. If Lars gets a backlash, I will cry. I will cry. As soon as I see it, oh, the tears, they will flow. But yeah, TLDR, Lars is getting buffed. Finally, Lars is getting buffed. Harada, thank you. My prayers have been answered. I don't want any more changes to any of his other silent entry stuff. If he gets some more new moves, that would be sick. Oh, wait, I can't close it there. Right, Rage. Rage is now sick, right? Because obviously his Rage comes out of silent entry, right? So his mix up in Rage, he is now infinitely stronger. Infinitely. I mean, what? Like you could just force him to duck. Keep backlashing, keep backlashing, keep backlashing. Force him to duck, bam, Rage drive. What can they do? Like they just have to guess right. You've got a true 50-50 there. I am so excited to try this out because you can use it like even if you don't launch from it, even if you don't expect to launch from it, condition them. Get them to duck, 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 duck. Because usually when you're playing Lars, silent entry 2, yeah, you can do it a couple times, but like as soon as you hit Rage, they know that you're not doing that anymore. If you've got Rage and there's a big health deficit, you're not going for the lows, you're going for the big mids that'll kill. But now you've got another option because the high could also kill. So they're in a position where they have to think about it now, whereas before it was just a stupid decision. Plus, you could just step the Rage drive just like you could like silent entry 1 anyway. So, you know, it buffs his Rage drive, it buffs his stance, it makes him a hell of a lot more dangerous. So it nerfs counter hitting tools against him, which is amazing. Sidestepping, which is his problem, it, you know, nerfs that for his enemies anyway. So he's able to deal with a lot more, apply a lot more pressure. His Rage drive is better now, and I thought it was like one of the worst in the games, to be honest. So overall, Lars is back. Lars is back. And, you know, I can only be happy about this, honestly. He's obviously my guy, my boy Lars. And, yeah, I'm just doing a combo here for no reason. Doesn't he get the wall from this? Oh yeah, I'm just trash. Yeah, anyway. It's been your boy Mango. I am hyped. I could not be more hyped for season 3. Obviously Leroy's coming out. New features, new balance changes. I'm hoping there's going to be some sort of surprise that comes out in September. Obviously Zafina's going to be there. That's going to be sick. Yeah, man, I'm excited. What's going to happen now? I'm going to do a video. I've got a list of every new move shown in the trailer. I'm going to break that down and I'll get that to you within the next couple of days. Keep an eye on the channel. You know, keep practicing. I'm fucking disgusting. Go in the lab, train up, play some rank, do whatever, get on Tekken. It's a good time to be a Tekken fan. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Man, I've always got these weird fucking cringe outros.